YouTube. This is another podcast where I will be talking about, job automation. So, this is a podcast that I thought I would actually make, and there is no estimated date of when this podcast would release over on my Spotify podcast. So, so where I start from, well, yeah. Ooh, this is kind of hard to, sort of, well, I guess first things first. Well, when it comes to, job automation, well, now that I think of it, thought I thought I had a lot of ideas to talk about for this podcast. So, when it comes to jobs that like a lot of common jobs that used to be done by people before machines were introduced in a lot of workplaces and all that, and other common places of jobs or anything, for example, like a movie theater ticket person. So, yeah, for example, let me just give you guys a visual. So, a visual aid, visual I would give you guys is, well, whenever I go to the movies, I I think that the times when there used to be ticket people that would just be at the front, and now there's just all kiosks where you can book a movie and all that. But I know even jobs that would be done by a person, even though a machine can do it, but sometimes there would need to be uh because there would always need to be a person to make sure the jobs are being done right. So, well, I think I'm, well, I really don't think, or let's continue actually. So, also, even for like a chat assistant, even for any business online, for example, even where it would have, like, for example, if you're trying to use or ask a business any questions you may have, for example, well, I don't know. It's just, I'm just trying to think of what I'm trying to say here, but of how any business would usually have a chat assistant, but now that would be all done by AI and all that. And even and even when it comes to cars like Teslas and self-driving cars, because yeah, this podcast isn't just about job automation and yeah, other autonomous things like smartwatches and everything like that, and smart home assistants, and even technology has evolved a lot since even well, here's a good prime example. So back when I first started high school, well, we were all introduced to well using technology for learning, and like at first I wasn't all for it, but after all, since that is way in the past, but it's like that it was meant to be to work with technology. And after all, a lot of stuff, even things that, because even when there used to be, well, like a lot of different machines that would, like before, like mechanical pencil sharpeners, but really, they've always had that. But, and even, but yeah, even though as we look towards the future, could something like this be like where even farmers that actually farm, like agriculture, yes, it could the agriculture profession be very different as like 2050 or 2052 when I'm like an old geezer and have like retired. And yeah, since I was like talking about like owning a farm, and oh, if I did that, like, would a lot of jobs that would typically be done, like, even when it comes to the farming jobs too, a lot of like stuff like that can either be done manually or, well, and other stuff like that. And even also when it comes to food delivery, yeah, even food delivery and, well, self-driving taxis and, yeah, self-driving taxis and even sometimes how like different jobs are like changing like slowly year by year, and even sometimes some people still use taxis and Uber. Well, I guess I might as well change this podcast title. So, yeah, this podcast title might actually get changed. So, yeah. Bye bye.